Steve and Julie are a scrappy young couple with big dreams. They've put everything they have into a humble little place called The Central, which acts as a bar, restaurant, and live venue. They had high hopes, but after a few months they realized they're in way over their heads. Excruciating hours and lots of hard work cannot change the shabby student decor, and they can't seem to attract the volume they need to stay open. To make matters worse, their wedding plans are on permanent hold because now they just can't afford to tie the knot. Restaurant Makeover is sending executive chef Corbin Tomaszeski
What was that other crappy dish?
and top designer Brenda
Let's go for it.
to give the young entrepreneurs a leg up and create the adult atmosphere and menu that they desperately need to survive and thrive in the restaurant rat race.
Okay, well, this is the restaurant, right?
It doesn't look like a restaurant. It looks more like the bar.
You think so?
This is cool.
This is cool. The lights are freaking horrific. Oh my God.
I kind of like the lights.
You do not.
So you'll know when there's a plywood floor and plywood tables, it's a bar.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're in a bar, undeniably. What is that?
Soundboard.
I know, but it just can't be.
Box.
You can't have that, no matter what it is. Let's agree on one thing. Whether it's a bar or a restaurant or a pub or fine dining, that's got to go. Can we agree on that?
It shouldn't be on the floor.
Shouldn't be on the floor.
I agree.
I mean, in the end, it's a low budget. It was put together on a shoestring, and it's extremely apparent.
Elite designer Brenda has been in the industry for over 10 years. She's worked alongside high-profile celebrity clients and consulted on some of the city's award-winning restaurants.
I don't know, I'm curious. They must be young, I'm getting, because it has a real ecology kind of vibe to it.
Want to go play some drums?
No, I never was good at that.
I love the drums.
Corbin Tomaszeski is an award-winning chef who has prepared dishes in kitchens throughout the nation. Currently, he's the executive chef at the Holt's Cafe in prestigious Holt Renfrew.
Holy crap, you guys are young.
Hi, I'm
Seriously,
Julie.
Julie, hi,
we're
nice
waiting
to
for
meet
the
you.
owners.
Very, very nice.
Julie.
You're the owners, right?
Absolutely. And thanks,
Central.
thanks for noticing.
Well,
One of our biggest struggles, actually, we're the young guys that nobody really takes seriously as owners. And during the music venue, we're trying to get serious about the food and provide people in the community with actually somewhere to go and eat. That's not just pub grub, and it's not garbage food. Keep it quality, keep it fresh. We want to also provide some people that simpler, cool to hang out and just be able to sit down at the bar and chat with the bartender. And for us, being a music venue is also it's more important to me, perhaps. My family has been a very musical family. My father was a music teacher, his father was a music teacher. He's raised both my brothers to be successful musicians, and then there's me. I struggle to whistle, so this is sort of my contribution to that family legacy, and it has to work.
Now, other than the fact that people give you a hard time because you're so young, there has to be some other problems that exist.
it's the fact that we're here all the time. There's no break from it. We were engaged when we started, and we've had to put our wedding on hold so that we're able to launch our business.
Right.
And it's just not getting where it needs to be. If you look at our decor, it's the same stuff that you'd start out with in your first apartment, and it really needs to be revamped and make it grow up a lot and make it reflect our new image. So we're showing them through our space, and really, it's not perfect. I mean, there are so many things that we can do. It's like our first apartment. So come on in. Here's our main room. We really hate these plywood floors. The doors that lead onto the street are very nice, but they don't keep very warm in the winter.
They don't function.
Not really.
The bar,
Oh, the bar.
it has to go.
It's not much of a real bar. It's a little awkward on nights when there are a lot of people asking for drinks because we can't really make any.
Yeah, it doesn't
then-
function.
And that gets into the furniture.
Plywood, and more plywood. We have lovely plywood tables, which I don't actually hate, but it's just kind of seems a little mismatched.
Yeah.
I think what we do agree on, though, no arguments here, we love the exposed brick. We'd be really upset if you took that out.
The magic stage over there with the velour red.
The velour red
Curtain.
yeah. That's something that we're kind of interested in removing. We just haven't got around to...
The stage, everything?
Not the stage, just the
Stage
curtain.
itself has to
Stage.
stay. That's our bread and butter. That's how
Need
we
the
pay the
stage.
bills.
That's your thing, right?
So really what you want is a grown-up space.
A grown-up space, but it has to feel comfortable for us young people, too.
You'd like it to look a little bit more coherent. Is that what I'm hearing?
Very accurate.
Yeah.
One thing we haven't seen, Corbin, is your drum playing ability yet, though.
You will see me playing the drums when there's some money.
That
all
sounds
about the
like a
money.
challenge.
It's all about the money. Let's talk money, please. Let's get going on the money. I wouldn't call this a big space, but this is an ample space, is how I'm going to describe it. I think in order to bring you into the adult age, we have to get some coherency here. And unfortunately, coherency is expensive, and even at the full amount, it's going to be a stretch. It's a big enough space that it needs a lot of work. You know, there's great elements to it. You have a great idea, so you're on your way.
The way Restaurant Makeover works is we match dollar for dollar, and based on what you want to do, or potentially want to do, and what I need to do in the kitchen and with the menu, we need $30,000, which means we need a check for $15,000.
The only way we've gotten this money is really Steve's brother. He's been our indentured slave, for lack of a term, for the past few months. He works, he cooks, he cleans, he dishwashes nonstop, and he does the soundboard.
You guys need to understand that the majority of this money is actually coming from my brother, who I've been leaning on and exploiting and ruining his life systematically for the last year or so. You know, I can only push him so far, so it just has to work.
We're gonna invest in ourselves, and I want you to also understand that if this doesn't work, I don't know how much further we can take it.
Yeah, sure enough, the money was from their brother, and it has to work, and, you know, I hate starting that way, but that's, you know, I guess that is why you're helping them at the same time. Welcome to Restaurant Makeover.
And Corbin, now that you have the money in your hands,
Yeah, I thought we were gonna
time
get a
for
little
the
drum solo.
You want me to play with my drumsticks? Are you ready for this? Look at them, they're lining up over there.
I just hope he doesn't play the drums like he cooks.
Cooks like he plays the drums.
Oh, sorry.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
Holy f***ing Montem!
I kind of got the sense, well, it was kind of loud and clear, that they're pissed.
Executive Chef Corbin Tomaszeski and top designer Brenda Bent are on a rescue mission. They've accepted the challenge of turning the Central, a student-centric space,
I mean, in the end, it's a low budget. It was put together on a shoestring, and it's extremely apparent.
into a sophisticated jazz bar and restaurant. It needs a complete overhaul and lots of TLC, and they have to do it all in just 6 days.
Demo day!
So, here we are.
So, what are you gonna do with the space?
Well, I think overall, just to give you the overall vibe, is going to be kind of a 50s jazz, beat, supper club, Rat Pack. Wow, I have my work cut out for me with this one. Lighting? Gone. The windows, of course, being key, because once you can bring the light in and the light will shine through the whole thing, you can see out. It's a beautiful village. This is a beautiful little area, and to be able to see outside into it is just, it's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna have my brand new windows, and that to me is going to change. If I didn't do another thing, that will change the entire look of the restaurant.
Right.
That's
They'll
why
bring in light, for one.
That's why I'm so adamant about them. They'll bring in light, and you'll have a completely different visual looking out. Now it's like you're in a cage with that little railing there, right? It's gross.
Yeah.
Bar, gone.
You ever seen bartender getting mad?
It didn't function. It was like a piece. We might as well stuck a piece of plywood on top of 2 milk cartons, and that would have
Called
been
it a bar.
You know, called it a bar. It had no function beyond. And we're actually going to put the beer in the basement, so we don't have to take up all that space to serve the draft as well. Just bring some function to it, bring some style to it, so that you want to sit at the bar. I want to have sort of a kidney-shaped bar, you know, like that Noguchi table, very classic, modern kind of table. It's beautiful shape. I want to have the bar shaped like that. It's a very 50s shape.
What about the stage?
Even though the stage is staying, I want to make it a little art house, arty looking, you
Right.
know? And I have a pattern, which I'll show you here, that I have made. And I'm going to have these screens custom made, so that when the stage isn't being used, these screens can be closed. So you don't always see the stage.
So no, just empty stage.
You open them up and voila, there's your stage.
So it's really going to have that cool jazz bar.
Yeah, supper club,
Supper
you know,
club type feel.
make it sense that you're sitting there eating and watching a band, and not,
That's great.
like he said, no pub grub, right? No.
No, I think it's perfect because I could probably do something with the food that will mimic and work with that. Straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Don't look, no looking, no glancing.
Very nervous.
Are you?
Very, very nervous.
Well, you should be.
Yeah.
Come on in.
That's it's
After you.
reassuring.
And
Ta-da!
it's exactly the same.
What's going on?
So we're in there and we're expecting everything to be smashed. I mean, we like smashing. We like to see the
Let's do a
drama
show.
of it
We know
all.
how
We
it
want to
goes.
go in there and yell, "Holy Montana!" We're really excited. I mean, we've been practicing that all day, and then we go in, and there's nothing.
Stage is still there.
There's no light casings and there's no bar.
And the furniture's gone.
Where's all the rubble?
Kind of got the sense, well, it's kind of loud and clear, that they're pissed. They're like, nothing's been done, and they've probably seen the show to know that something should have been done or more, and yet stuff is going to be done, but you can't, you know, we can't tell them what I'm going to do, and so it was kind of, I felt bad. How do they go away feeling confident when I know looking around they go like, whoa, there's no windows, the floor is the same, this is the same, and you know, all we'd really smashed was the bar.
But seriously, guys, what's going on? Like, 15,000? We have a smashed bar?
We smashed a fair amount, but you know, there's a lot of stuff in here that's pretty great. I think once you get rid of the crap, you'll see more great stuff. That's my
Philosophy.
That's my philosophy. That you had a lot of nice stuff and you had a lot of cheap stuff. So I was trying to get rid of all the cheapy cheese stuff and then build on it.
Thank you, guys.
You gotta enjoy your week off. This is a week off. Come on.
You two
All
kiddies
right.
have fun while Mom and Pops fix the restaurant, okay?
Attaboy. You're just calling yourself an old man.
Yeah. Not me,
Old
though.
man, older woman.
And he likes it that way.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
I think I went too far.
Design star Brenda Bent has visions of 50s jazz bars dancing through her head.
50s, jazz, beat, supper club, Rat Pack.
She's got big plans for the little space at the Central. And although the demo was unimpressive,
It's exactly the same.
the design plan is inspired. Superstar chef Corbin has to keep up the pace and transform the menu from pub grub to cuisine. Only 5 days remain, and the work is just beginning.
So we had one company that perhaps could do the windows, now all of a sudden can't do the windows, and there seemed to be some talk about maybe we don't need the windows, and that's where I lost it. I'm adamant. If we're going to bring coherency to this place, we have to have the windows. It's absolutely mandatory.
Window guy didn't show up. My last reserve might show up today, might not. I hope he will, and I'm gonna go ahead, prep everything for windows, and hopefully he'll show up. I'm gonna take my chances. I think I went too far.
Steve, what's going on?
Not so much, Corbin. Thanks for coming out. So it's cooking day. I'm cooking for Corbin. A little bit nervous about it. You know, I don't know. I've seen the show. I know he can be a little iron fisty. All right, Corbin. My first dish I was wanting to make for you is a grilled chicken entree. It's sort of a very safe, easy dish. It's actually something that I consider one of our weakest dishes.
So why are you making the weakest dish for me?
I'm wanting your feedback. That's what you're here for. That's what we're paying you the big bucks for, right?
Big bucks, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping you can help me make it better.
Show me your stuff.
What I was gonna do was start off with getting the roasted potatoes in the oven, because that's probably gonna take the longest of everything. It's gonna take a little bit longer than the chicken to grill. All right, so I have the potatoes hacked up. I've chopped up some garlic and a little bit of olive oil here, so I'm just gonna sort of dump that in. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt, a little bit of ground pepper. So I'm just gonna grab some thyme sprigs here very quickly, pull off some leaves.
You know, they say you're not supposed to trust a skinny chef.
I'll let you judge after you taste my food. So I've marinated chicken ahead of time here. I have a little bit of fresh garlic again. I have some fresh oregano, a little bit of thyme, salt, pepper. We're gonna do some grilled asparagus, as I try to always find something that's somewhat seasonal. And these guys looked good today, so I picked them up. And let's get the chicken on there too.
This is good.
Is it a roasted potato?
It's crunchy. It's the chicken you need to be worried about.
Yes.
I don't know if I'd say it's completely weak, but it's very simple. The problem is that Steve lacks confidence. You know, you gotta put your mark on the food, and he's got no mark. He's clearly just making food. It's kind of boring.
So we have one supporting beam, another supporting beam, right? And that's going right across.
Yeah, but Igor, you have to understand, the short notice that you're giving me, the options, we don't have too many options.
Here's designer.
Hi,
You can talk
how
about
are
the
you?
colors right there.
I'm Benny.
Benny, hi, nice to meet you, Benny.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. What did I miss there?
Okay, I understand that white is out of the question here, but because it's a short notice, the only available colors that I have is cocoa brown.
Wood, you mean? Cocoa brown wood?
No wood whatsoever. If you would want to go with wood, it will take you at least a couple months just for ordering.
We have this guy, this is an only chance. The other guy didn't even show up here.
No, I'm not. What I really want to get across is I'm not making it seem like I don't appreciate or your windows. I know they're going to be beautiful. It's just that in my mind they were sort of old-fashioned looking, like these are wood. So now I have to just rework it, make it a little bit more. I know I can do it, and I know they're going to look fabulous, and I appreciate it. I really do. Let's go for it.
Okay, I'm sure you're going to be happy with the product, and it's going to last forever, basically.
Longer than me.
Second dish, I fired up from our grilled calamari, something that goes over really well. I marinated the hell out of it, and it's a strong dish, you know, it sells really well. Some calamari, and we're gonna grill it.
And you've marinated for 12 hours.
About in and around there.
The secret marinade is?
A little bit of milk, olive oil, thyme, salt, pepper, and a hell of a lot of lemon zest. Usually while I'm grilling away on that, I make a little side salad to go with. And then the finish, I have a little bit of a lemon balsamic vinaigrette that I like to drizzle over the top.
Lemon and balsamic.
Absolutely. It actually takes a little bit, makes the balsamic a little bit fresher in some ways. And you're saying that now, but try it. And just a little drizzle.
I can tell you this, the salad, I think the salad's weak. Because if I go to another restaurant and see the same frickin' spring mix, in the same way, in the same old style,
That's not our full salad, that's just a little side grease.
that's boring. I'm not quite getting the whole lemon balsamic thing, but you know, it's okay. Personally, I don't know if the chicken is the weakest dish. This may be your weakest dish.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
All three, they're just kind of boring. You know what? I'm not impressed.
I don't know, I'm a bartender, I serve, you know?
Executive Chef Corbin Tomaszeski is not amused. So far, Steve's lackluster dishes have left him flat.
He's clearly just making food. It's kind of boring.
Design star Brenda Bent can't catch a break with her windows. On such short notice, she'll just have to take what she can get and get back to work.
We have this guy, this is an only chance. The other guy didn't even show up here.
Wow, I have my work cut out for me with this one.
So third dish I brought from linguine alla bruna. I told them all about how Julie and I toured through Europe, you know, found some big fat Italian guy, stole his recipe. We went traveling through Europe about a year or two ago before we really got sunken into this restaurant business. And one of the stops, of course, Rome, must visit places, and went to this little tiny restaurant. Turns out it was called Bruno's, so we stole his recipe as best as possible. I got some red pepper here,
Okay.
julienne. Fairly sort of fajita thickness, kind of.
Sorry, did you just say fajita thickness?
Yep. That's my reference point.
So what do you put in the tomato sauce?
Tomato sauce starts with diced organic tomatoes, chopped garlic, olive oil, a little bit of thyme, a little bit of oregano, and then let it simmer for 2-3 hours, slow simmer. Then I hit it with the immersion blender, sort of grind it up a little bit, and then some fresh basil to finish, and just sort of wilt the basil and let the oils from the basil leach out into the sauce. So a little bit of 35% whipping cream, and I'm gonna let that reduce a little bit in the pan. So it's kind of like hitting it with an Alfredo, but going right to the.
You know, for a guy that hasn't worked a lot in a kitchen, you are kind of knowing what you're doing there.
I love to cook, love to eat.
But no, seriously, you got the flipping action there. I'm impressed.
It's fun. I love food, I have a passion for it, but I don't know what I mean. I'm a bartender, I serve, you know? It's more of a passion, it's something that's fun for me, and it really meant a lot to tell me that I'm not completely doing it all wrong. This is Italian food made by a skinny white guy, so it's kind of, we'll call it fusion in that sense.
It's pretty good.
Boring?
I wouldn't say I'm, blown away by it, but it's good. I could tell you how I would change it. I'd put the pancetta in and maybe roasted peppers and, something like that. All three, they're just kind of boring. You just need to elevate it up a bit.
That's why you're here.
And that's why I'm here, and hopefully, well, yeah, it's not hopefully, I know I can do that. But yeah, it's, for someone who has as little training that you have, and from watching television a lot, from seeing it on TV,
Not lately.
imagine what you can do when you actually train with somebody. So I'm looking forward to cooking with you, but why don't we review your menu, and then
The fun part.
we'll go from there.
Holy mackerel. You are.
Hi, Brenda.
How are you? You're speeding along.
Yep, I'm trying my best.
Wow. Then I look at the walls, and it's like, oh my God. It looks too pink, though, eh? Did you have that paint chip? What we matched it to?
Yeah, sure.
I can't have chosen that color. That color's so bad.
This is the paint chip, and this one is covered 2 times.
Yeah.
And this one is only first coat. So if you wanna see that.
Let me just. I mean, I have to say something, but I don't want to say anything to her because I don't want to ask her to repaint, and I go home and I'm just going to stress about it, and that's where I left it.
All right, Corbin. Do your worst. I'm ready, I hope.
We start to go through the menu, a little bit of what he's got. He's got like the dip platter, and he's got this central salad, he's got this pasta dish, and he's got chicken wings. You know what? I'm not impressed. I don't think that this is working for you. Okay?
Okay.
And I think what you need to do, because you have a solid base of cooking, what we'll need to do is take you to the next step, right? Elevate central, elevate the food. And I have this idea with the food, and I'm gonna share that with you tomorrow. But I think in order for us to go on to where we need to go, we need to say goodbye to this menu. So what? Let's burn the menu. And you know what? I think by you burning this with me
All right.
will help. Okay, so there's one. Feels good, right?
Very good.
And there's 2 and 3.
Here comes New Central.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
So I walk in and I see Yanni and Olga waiting for me, and they both don't seem to be communicating, so I'm assuming that it probably hasn't gone that well.
Top designer Brenda Bent is seeing pink. The central has been painted a stomach-churning shade,
I can't have chosen that color. That color's so bad.
and she's afraid there may not be time to save it.
That's where I left it.
In the kitchen, culinary wizard Corbin Tomaszeski has a growing respect for Steve's passion and technique, but he's still underwhelmed by his food.
In the same way, in the same old style.
After burning the menu in effigy,
Feels good, right?
Very good.
Corbin has a plan to revamp the entire thing from the ground up, and they only have 3 days left.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook, do some new things today, forget about the burnt menu, and just have some fun.
Still not over that, but we'll do it. That's good.
Okay, so your menu, as you remember from yesterday, I said was a little
Burned? Yes.
No, yeah, I know we burned the menu,
Yeah, not
but
bad.
the actual the dishes that you cooked for me.
Boring.
Boring. So today's all about excitement, it's about new. And I thought, since we're gonna focus on restaurant, bar, live music, let's change the entire concept of the food.
It's about tapas.
Not only can you come in before dinner, after dinner, during dinner, they can come when the music's playing, you know, their little plates.
Good for sharing, building the social scene.
Yeah, and they'll buy more, they'll order more, and it's all about the interaction. Before we do that though, you need the restaurant makeover apron.
Ah, yes. Inspiration at its finest.
Right there, buddy.
Apron form.
So you got new apron, you got the fresh produce, you got the good chef. I hooked you up with some new plates.
Very impressed.
You know, you got some new stainless steel shelves. And look at this right here.
Brand new cookware.
Fancy pots and pans. Finally, the kitchen has a little bit of a facelift. Looks good.
I'm really, really bothered by the pink. It's not a, oh, I can pretend that's okay, or it's not a workable color. It's bad. It's a bad color.
Hey, Olga, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm Yanita, Brenda's assistant.
Oh, okay. How are you?
Good thing you're here this morning. I'm here to talk about paints. Brenda has been obsessing all night about the paint color. This is not what the chip was that she selected. And even though they said it was, it did not come out the same color at all. And she's not going to settle for this color, and she wants to change it.
Actually, it is the color she selected.
Well,
And this is not the final, it's only first coat, so it will be darker a little bit.
perhaps you'll have to see the second coat, but she doesn't like the way it turned out regardless.
But this is the color she picked.
This is the color, one coat. This is more of a dirty-ish color, more of a you know, what she's trying
This is
to...
not the color she, like, this
No,
is her
not at all.
chip, right? And it doesn't match at all
Right.
with what she
No,
asked me
it
to
doesn't.
get. It matches with my paint.
I felt so bad. Like, I know she had worked hard on it. I know it wasn't the color, but I knew it had to be redone, and I knew that was gonna happen. So I walk in and I see Yanni and Olga waiting for me, and they both don't seem to be communicating, so I'm assuming that it probably hasn't gone that well.
Oh, finally.
Salvation.
What is going on?
You know what, Olga? There's two things going on. Number one, it's not the color of the paint chip. Not that it's far off, but it's far off enough, and it has to be redone. It just doesn't look good.
Okay. Don't tell me about paint chip because this is exact color for paint chip. This is what, and this is not.
No, I know it's not. The issue,
So this is the color you wanted.
The issue for me is not that you're wrong. The issue is that, okay, I'll say I'm wrong. I don't care. It just doesn't look good.
Okay, so
We have to redo it because in the end, it's the client that matters. And I've done jobs where I've repainted a wall 30 times to get the
but
right
this
color.
is actually first time what happening on restaurant makeover that we changing the color and why you need to come up with this idea after everything is done. Like,
Well,
I'm not. It's not like I'm in love with this color.
No, but
It's
from-
nothing.
I know.
But come on, like restaurant is
I
painted.
know, and you painted it in one day, so it's not a lot of work. So I'm not going to take it on
It
and
is
feel
a
bad
lot of
about
work
it. I'm not going to
because
take
now
it
I
on.
have to-
It has to be redone. I'm sorry, I apologize, it's all my fault, you know, but I want it to be right. And that's the bottom line. It doesn't matter to me whose fault it is, I want it to be right. And that is not right. And I don't think anybody can say that this is the right color. And if that has to be my fault, I don't care. I still want it to be right.
Tapa dish number one, classic Spanish clams and shrimp and chorizo. It's a winner. You know, you can't have tapas without a signature dish made with chorizo, which is a spicy sausage,
chorizo.
right? Preheat that guy, and I'm
sure.
gonna just cut up some beautiful sausage here.
Done.
A little bit of olive oil. garlic. I like garlic. Some shallots. The spicy sausage. Okay, so you like clams,
Absolutely.
shrimp, a little tomato. We're just gonna put a little bit of some honey mushrooms in there. Some tomato. That's probably about as large as we want to go. And there you have it. The very first tapas of Central Restaurant, bar, and live music.
Looks great. Turns out amazing. Beautiful fresh clams, we had chorizo sausage, amazing looking shrimp. Awesome dish, I have to say. And a little bit of white wine to glaze the pan. Beautiful. Loved it.
Easy. Was there like 5 ingredients in there?
Yeah. Super simple. We taste all the ingredients independently. They're all singing.
Got a little bit of heat.
Love it.
That is why we burned your menu.
I think we have a winner.
That's better. You can tell. So that goes with that.
But it's still pink.
Yeah, what's the issue? It's taupe.
Pink, not purple.
Yeah, it's good. It's more neutral. It doesn't quite pop so much. Awesome. There we go.
What kind of finish?
Eggshell. Wasn't it eggshell first time?
Yep, it was eggshell.
Okay, let's.
The problem is, guys is gonna start staining the floor, so I won't be able to walk here for 2 days. So I know I paint fast, but it's not fast enough.
What do you say?
We have only 3 days left before
It
reveal.
has to change color. We've already decided that. That's not an option. We are changing the color.
Can you guys get the paint today?
Yeah, she's gonna go
okay,
in right now. Be
Okay.
back in half an hour.
You'll have to stay late. You have to stay painting. Can't paint tomorrow.
He said I can paint tomorrow.
So you gotta do it tonight.
You guys decide between two of you. I don't want to be in the middle.
It's all getting stained. She can't paint tomorrow. It's gotta be done tonight, or I don't know. How's she gonna paint all night or whatever?
Okay.
Are you sure you're not gonna change your mind on this color?
I hope not.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
We're gonna do lobster croquettes.
I was a little worried about, going with lobster. Not that I dislike lobster. I mean, lobster's awesome, but it's a little higher end than I thought we were about. I'm doing fairly simple food.
Executive Chef Corbin Tomaszeski has decided that a multifunctional place like the Central needs a flexible menu.
It's about tapas.
Owner Steve is in love with the bite-sized dishes so far, and things are humming along smoothly.
That is why we burned your menu.
It's a story of a different color in the dining room, where top designer Brenda has decided to completely repaint.
We are changing the color.
With less than 3 days left, Olga has to work through the night to make it happen, and tensions are at an all-time high.
Are you sure you're not gonna change your mind on this color?
I hope not.
The rest of the Central has yet to be addressed, and they only have 48 hours to finish the job.
Dish number 2, we're gonna travel to Morocco. A little bit of lamb, some spices, a little bit of grilling action. All right, number 2 tapa. This one we're gonna do a little bit of lamb, because I noticed that was kind of missing from your menu.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
I find lamb intimidating, but I'm happy you're here to show me.
Really?
Yeah.
You've got lamb phobia?
It's just so easy to screw up.
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe that's
You can
just
cook
me.
a chicken breast, you can definitely cook a lamb chop. Okay?
Show me the way.
Fennel seed,
Fennel.
cumin seed, and I also like putting a little bit of ground cumin in it. And of course, coarse salt and pepper.
Lots of pepper.
And then you just go like this. This is going to be a warm chickpea salad. So again, more of a Moroccan kind of flavor. And all it is just a warm chickpea salad. So it's going to be,
Garlic and shallots again.
I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in.
Okay.
A little bit of shallot. These are already cooked chickpeas. This is preserved lemon, which is just kind of taken lemons and I've cut them in half and put them in a container and preserve them with a little bit of water and some salt.
Roasted garlic.
Roasted garlic.
Beautiful.
So what we're gonna do is this is just a lemon hummus. So just those same chickpeas, cooked, pureed, olive oil, there's some tahini in here, a lot of lemon zest, and it's just very lemony.
It's awesome. Crispy, a little bit of crunch. Beautiful lamb, so tender. It's awesome. It smelled and tasted, which reminded me of a trip to Morocco. It was awesome.
That is incredible.
So tender.
I was just gonna say that. And there's a certain crispiness from them.
The
The
seeds.
fennel seeds. Yeah. And that hummus goes really well. Another winner.
Another winner.
Is that the color of the ceiling?
Yeah.
You think she's gonna like it?
No.
Seriously, we can't paint it again.
I'm not painting again.
She's not around, didn't she? She didn't see the color.
Dish number 3. We're gonna do lobster croquettes.
I was a little worried about, going with lobster. Not that I dislike lobster. I mean, lobster's awesome, but it's a little higher end than I thought we were about. I'm doing fairly simple food.
Question number 1. Lobster, it's really expensive. Yeah, it's expensive, but buy it in season. If you can't afford it, use something else. Think outside the lobster croquette. Outside the ball. Some lobster in there.
Beautiful.
Okay. And you know how you did the beautiful roast potato?
Mashed potato.
This is the beautiful mashed potato.
No problem.
Just a bit of salt, because something fun that we're gonna put in here is some prosciutto.
Oh, beautiful.
And corn.
Corn.
You like corn?
Love corn.
Now we're just gonna add a little bit of egg.
Binding agent.
A little bit, yeah, the glue. Chives. I'm not getting fancy with the cutting, just rough chop. And we're gonna make lobster balls and make them round. So it's almost a little bit smaller than a golf ball. Seasoned flour.
Salt, pepper.
That's it.
Perfect.
Beaten egg.
Egg wash.
A little bit, yeah. And of course, panko breadcrumbs in the flour. Flour sticks to the ball. Then you put the egg, which sticks to the flour, and then the crumbs to the egg. Now, is just gonna lightly fry them. Now, potatoes are cooked, prosciutto's cooked, lobster's cooked, everything's cooked, right? We're just gonna basically cook them until they're golden brown. Adds a little bit of salt. Serve them with the sauce.
Perfect.
Topping number
Simple.
3. Simple. Okay, so golden brown.
Perfect. That is amazing. Again, you can taste every single ingredient in there independently. It's awesome.
And it's showcasing fresh seasonal ingredients. So have I sold you on the whole tapa theme?
You've sold me. You've sold me. Bit by bit. That's there. That's awesome. That's gonna work. Everybody's gonna love it.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Hi Brenda. So how do you like that bread?
I think the ceiling looks great. It's one coat, right?
This tiny little square, yes, but all other parts.
It's 2, yeah. I mean,
Twice.
that looks really good because this is a bit bright still, but I think with the second coat, it darkens quite a bit, it seems, because that's quite dark. And then we've got a light on here too, so.
Good, you liked it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go really well.
Do you like the
And
paint?
I much prefer this, just that Pepto-Bismol look is gone. I know it's still a bit pinky, but it's more a pink taupe, pinky brown than pink
You
pink.
okay with this?
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Okay.
I'm really happy with it, actually.
What are you doing here?
I don't know, should I go?
I don't need you. I need the windows. You got the windows?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Yes, we
Perfect.
do. At least 15 jobs we rescheduled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
No, I'm
it's
not.
all right.
I knew you'd come through.
Okay, well, we are here. You did your job. I'm gonna do mine. The only thing that in here.
It's fine. We'll take care of it. Don't worry. We're right here. All of us. Tools are here. We'll help you out. Let's put it in.
Perfect.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
You know, I love what you've done with the space, and I especially love the pink on the walls.
That's not pink.
I'm just nervous you painted it some hideous color like purple.
The Central is almost ready. Design powerhouse Brenda Bent, with the help of Olga, has averted disaster by toning down the painfully pink walls.
More pink taupe, pinky brown than pink
You
pink.
okay with this?
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Okay.
I'm really happy with it, actually.
The windows have finally arrived, and now her task is pushing her design to the finish line. Top chef Corbin Tomaszeski has inspired Steve to think tapas, a versatile and informal cuisine with a flair for exotic flavor.
So if I sold you on the whole tapa thing,
You've sold me.
Steve and Julie are about to discover their new space and find out if Restaurant Makeover has delivered the goods.
And I want to try and have it as wide as it can be without being a tip over threat. That looks good.
Everyone left. I have another hour or two.
you know, I love what you've done with the space, and you know, I especially love the pink on the walls.
That's not pink. You have not been here all week. Do not call that pink. You've not witnessed what we've gone through to get this color. That is taupe.
I'm sure they're gonna love it.
You know, I think they are too. How could they not? I'm confident. I'm feeling confident.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm confident in the kitchen.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah. Pink, not a confident color though. Let's go get the owners.
Pink is a confident color.
Come on, after you.
It's feminine too.
Oh,
Guys,
hey.
how it goes?
How are you guys?
Good, good, good.
Are you
Good to see
excited?
you.
I'm just nervous you painted it some hideous color like purple.
Why? Do I look like somebody that paints something purple?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
The purple painting look all over your face.
Let's go see.
Perfect, perfect.
Ladies first.
1, 2, 3.
Holy fuck. So different.
It's going to take a little getting used to. I mean, I don't know if either one of us is really a pink person. Well, I'm not. Maybe you.
Only on Wednesdays, unfortunately. No, yeah. No, it's good. We're gonna get used to it. I mean, of course it's different than we expected. It wasn't it was Brenda's vision, and she's given it to us as an amazing gift, and it's just gonna take a little bit of time, sleep on it, and yeah, it can probably work with pink. I mean, Dusty Rose.
Dusty Rose.
And the lighting, those stupid blue things are gone. And the bar. That's a really cool shape for a bar.
Bar is awesome. It's a really kind of sleek little design. It's way more imaginative than anything I think we would have come up with.
Thank you for not up the brick. That is awesome.
And the ceilings.
The windows, incredible. So happy about the windows. They opened it right up. You can see people walking down the street, they can see you, serving. Amazing. We can get the music going, live acts going out on the street. Huge. I'd be so happy about that.
And we have this beautiful new screen there. I mean, that's very nice.
You know, maybe we should go cook.
Hey, we could cook.
No, I haven't seen the restaurant yet, and it's very nerve-wracking because up until this point, we've done everything. We've built everything. We've controlled the whole process, and so now it's out of our hands, and it is a little nerve-wracking.
Holy shit, this is so different.
I'll heat up the pans and you...
Sounds groovy. I'll get working on that chorizo.
Oh, this is amazing.
It's great.
Look, eyes are closed. One hand.
Very nice. I like it.
Very nice.
You burn that lamb and I'm gonna have to kick your ass.
Wow. This looks great.
Just put your head in there for a second.
No problemo.
Oh, this is so good.
All right, let's get these plates together.
God, you are so calm and so relaxed in the kitchen. When you have a dining room full of people, you don't have time for this stuff.
All right,
You gotta
let's go.
move it, but don't be sloppy.
There's nothing like a good chorizo, I always say. I didn't mean it like that.
You know, my people say I'm a little bit of a control freak in the kitchen. I don't know what they're talking about. Wow, you're just getting really creative on these plates, aren't you?
Brought the fruit out to my brother. I mean, that was nerve-wracking. He's the one that shot out all the money. I gotta make sure he loves it.
Gotta tell me what you think, bud. My brother's opinion, very important to me.
Alrighty.
Absolutely. Brother's your croquette.
Presentation looks great.
Awesome. Corbin's been beating me all week and making me into a chef.
That's delicious. Nice little hit.
He went nuts. He loved it. And he was telling me afterwards, it was just incredible. He loved the presentation, everything about the food. He thought that was perfect for what Central needs.
Excellent.
Steve did a great job cooking the food, and I think it's going to be a great success with some of the new menu items.
How is it?
That's good.
You're talking to the food again.
I'm good at that.
What the heck is that?
That's fixable.
More?
Yeah, more. More.
Really, it all comes down to supporting my brother Steve and Julie and making their lives just a little bit easier.
Thank you, Restaurant Makeover. You saved our ass, and everybody worked their butts off. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And can't thank you enough. This is huge.
Cheers.